Nintendo has finally given us a peek at their new all-in-one gaming system, the Nintendo Switch. Now they started with a 1-hour presentation in Japan that was pretty damn funny to watch, and then the next day they had the 5-hour-long treehouse where they showed all the games and all the hardware. So after that's all said and done, on paper, it will have HD rumble, advanced motion controls, NFC, and an IR camera, and that's only inside of the Joy-Cons. Now there's also a lot of other accessories if you want the more traditional controller. They have a Pro controller for you too. And then of course you got the system's biggest draw. You can either play it at home on the big screen or you can take it wherever you go and play it as a handheld. Now if you're looking at all the bullet points on paper, what I just talked about, it sounds like a really awesome system. But for some reason there is still a lot of hatred and people saying that this thing is gonna flop worse than the Wii U. I mean, is that even possible? But we're not talking about that today. We're gonna take a look at the other side of the fence and see why Nintendo's new system, the Switch, could have a very successful life. So then, let's talk. Now, it is no secret to anybody that Nintendo is the king of the handheld gaming market, and they have been for a very long time. They have absolutely dominated and put up some amazing console sales with the DS and the 3DS, even with smartphone gaming becoming bigger and bigger every year. This has been helped by the incredible software library that they've created on these platforms. Nintendo's console side of things haven't been doing well so recently. This has been long overdue, but the first reason the Switch has a bright future ahead of it is because Nintendo finally smartened up, and combined their home console and mobile development efforts into one unified system. If you are a home console gamer, you get the Switch. If you are a mobile gamer, you get the Switch. It funnels everybody into the same system and lets you choose how you want to play. Before, Nintendo had to worry about releasing great content on two completely different platforms. That, however, did not work very well with the amount of studios Nintendo has across the world. You still saw huge droughts for the Wii, the Wii U, and yes, even the 3DS at launch. It was just too difficult for them to support mobile and home simultaneously. With this merger, we hope to see a steady flow of great games long after launch. Everybody that isn't a gamer, raise your hand if you know what a Wii U is. Nobody? Okay, I may have exaggerated that a little bit, but you know what I'm getting at. I don't want to dwell on this too much, but Nintendo did a piss poor job at marketing the Wii U. I mean, a lot of people didn't even know if it was an add-on for the Wii or if it was a brand new console. Being a corporation that sells consumer devices, you would think that it would be a priority to clearly and efficiently show your next big product to the masses. Nintendo may have struck out with the Wii U, but this time around they are doing a great job clearly marketing and explicitly showing what the Switch is and what it's all about. The reveal trailer, home run. Ditching the Wii branding, another home run. Having launch events all around the world and inviting the public to come play hands-on with the new system, that's genius. Nintendo has been able to generate buzz and interest in this system. Even if it isn't all positive and wonderful, that's okay, because at least gamers and non-gamers are talking about it. You know the phrase that any publicity is good publicity? Well, that's in full effect here. Nintendo getting the system in front of the public eye and inviting YouTubers and celebrities to try it out are helping push the hype as we get closer and closer to launch. Good job, Nintendo. Next up, let's talk about Nvidia. Nintendo's decision to co-develop hardware, APIs, and architecture with the #1 gaming graphics company is another move in the right direction. Not only does this show Nintendo's new willingness to seek help from other places, it proves that they want to do things right. And Nvidia is the perfect place to go. They make some of the best graphics cards out there, and knowing their way around optimizing hardware with years of experience and some of the greatest talent. Having Nvidia on board will allow Nintendo to develop a system that is easier to build for and be familiar to many different developers. This will help get more games onto the Switch, and hopefully we will see a higher amount of quality games being pushed out. Although we haven't seen it yet, if the Switch does well at launch, I can see many third-party developers hopping on board and developing for the Switch, something I wasn't so optimistic about for Nintendo's past consoles. Speaking of solid games, that brings me right into my next point. Although the initial launch lineup isn't incredible in numbers, the Switch is launching with a brand new Zelda game along with a few others. It's quality over quantity here, folks. But it only gets better from there. From April to December, we will be getting games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS, Splatoon 2, Skyrim, Fire Emblem Warriors, and Super Mario Odyssey, along with a large number of indie titles. Although it's heavily based on preference, you could argue that this is the best stacked lineup of any of the major gaming consoles of this year. If you add in a few more unannounced titles in the coming weeks, and this game outlook seems a lot better than many are arguing. Mario and Zelda are two of Nintendo's largest franchises, and they are both launching with brand new games within a year's time. Throw in a few newer franchises like Splatoon and ARMS, and you've got an incredibly diverse profile for a brand new console. The last point I want to make today, and one that will most likely resonate with casual gamers out there, is that the Switch is a Swiss Army knife of gaming. It can do it all. You want motion-controlled games? Check. Don't like motion-controlled games and like more of a traditional experience? The Pro Controller has you covered. Want a tablet-like experience for smaller games and apps? Full multi-touch touchscreen? Says yes. Love handheld games and are constantly on the go? Take the thing anywhere. If somebody is new to gaming and they are looking for a system to buy and they see that the Switch can do so many different things on top of being a home console, I think it has a nice chance at selling well. That said, Nintendo needs to continue to be crystal clear on what the system is and what it can do. I think they have a better grasp on what they are doing this time, even if people say otherwise. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. You know, everything I do is made possible by you, and if you feel like supporting me even more, which is absolutely not necessary at all, but if you do feel like it, I do now have a Patreon page where you can pledge your support for the channel. And if you enjoyed my video, go ahead and click on the screen and check out some of the other videos I've done. Click the left one though. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and click the right one.